Live. Katie, thanks for joining us. Is it too much to say that you were reviled by fashionable British Liberals? And if so, why exactly are they so mad at you?
The Liberals are cross at me. You know, they are London. London is a Liberal city. And we've seen a lot of this tonight after the attacks, after everything that's gone on here today. You know, coming from the rest of the UK, this foreign country compared to London. People are sad. People feel, I feel smaller as a result of the attacks today. I feel that we've been taken from. You know, we're a country that spends so much time tiptoeing around the cultures that choose to join us and not enough time defending the culture they've chosen to join. But because I say those things, I am widely hated for those views. And what I'm tired of hearing on the media everywhere at the moment here is, we will not be cowed by terror. We stand united. Because the big news is, that's the message in London. That is not the message here in the UK.
Right.
People are cowed by one particular religion, which is promoted by the Muslim mayor, Sadiq Khan, son of the bus driver. You know, that's his only credential. People are cowed. People are afraid. And people are not united. Great Britain is more disunited. It is absolutely divided more than any time in its past. And we are, in fact, a nation of ghettos. I think Liberals here actually think multiculturalism means we all die together, and that's not a view I support.
So, but you have attacked the idea of multiculturalism itself, as distinct from a multiracial society, but you've attacked the idea of a multicultural society as inherently unworkable. Am I mischaracterizing that?
No, not at all. I was writing about it today at dailymail.com. I really believe that all we are is a nation of ghettos. I can go to the west of London and I'll find the Afghanis. I'll go to the east of London, I'll find the Eritreans. They don't speak to the Somalis, who don't speak to the Syrians. All that conflict, all that war, all that tension, that didn't get left behind. They just brought it here. They are enclaves of individuals here in the city. And if we imagine we're united, that we stand strong, that's a lie. All of these hashtags, you know, lights, visuals, candles, making hearts 1 year on from Brussels, that means nothing. Put that stuff away. Don't turn the lights off on the Eiffel Tower. That isn't a solution. We need a solution. We need to protect this country. And for the views of many outside of this Liberal city, we are losing the country we loved.
What was the point of this exercise that got us to this place? Was it to make, as I suspect, a small number of rich people feel virtuous and good about themselves? Was there some other reason to create a society like this?
It seems to be this idea that it's a good idea to be multicultural, that that's the accepted right answer. You know, these days, opinions are no longer kind of, you know, you can't just have an opinion. Opinions are either right or wrong, whereas I would say there aren't any right or wrong opinions. You know, life is not an exam, and no one made you the invigilator, but somehow multiculturalism is the right answer. And we're already seeing tonight people talking about an attack that happened on Joe Cox by the far right, like there's some kind of game of snap or, you know, one-upmanship. And then we hear people saying, you know, we're worried about making sure we offer support to the Muslim communities. I'm sorry, that is not what the rest of the UK is thinking. The rest of the UK wants someone that is going to stand up for patriotic Brits. And somehow Brexiteers like myself end up getting the blame for this sort of thing when we're the ones who want to defend the country we used to be proud of.
Hassan, you're in Slough. What would you like to say, sir?
Hi, Katie. I don't think it should be banned. You have the right to have an opinion and air that opinion. I'd respect that. Now, to give you some background, I'm originally from Bangladesh. I'm a Muslim. I studied in a Christian school.
Is it Bangladesh Independence Day today?
It is, yes.
Ha ha! Congratulations and well done and good.
Thank you very much indeed. Yes, my daughter goes to a Catholic school. I'm a governor of a Muslim school. I stood as a Tory candidate for Parliament in 2005, fairly right-wing in my views. I'm involved with Prevent as well, the counter-terrorism programme. So you can't get more integrated than that.
Of course.
Now, what I'm interested in is whether the reaction was right or wrong. What is important is how do we move forward? Now, I did listen to your interview with Tucker Carlson on Fox News and read your article online. It was very, very interesting, and you should be asking challenging. The one way forward, number one, is we as Muslims, we should be doing more to challenge the fanatics and the terrorist-inclined people because they do not have any leg to stand on or any balls to hang out when it comes to defending their actions through the Quran and the word of the Prophet. They don't, because I did try to challenge them when I stood for Parliament, when they said I was an unbeliever for being part of the political process. You may remember Al Muhajirun at that time, and they actually backed down in the end. They did not go forward with that debate because they knew that they would not win. The second thing we need to do is we do need to stand united, because if we don't, if we think that we can be afraid of Muslims or terrorists, that's exactly what the terrorists want. They will be winning the psychological war, or we cannot allow them to do that. My reassurance to the non-Muslims who are listening, who have been afraid over the last few days, is for every Muslim fanatic that might be wanting to harm you, to kill you, there will be at least 1,000 Muslims who will be there to defend you, who will give up their lives, to defend you. So you should not be worried. Feel free to go into a mosque and ask questions. If you see a Muslim on the street, or a woman in a hijab or whatever, go up to them, ask them about their faith, etc. That's the way forward, I think, mutual understanding. Now, my final point is when you said in your article, I think, that if Muslims want to practice Islam, they can go back to a Muslim country. What I'll say to that is, yes, any religion will have a point of origin, but in terms of the practice and the adoption, it could be worldwide. Otherwise, Jews and Christians would have to go back to Israel.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you a question, Hassan, and it's to get your honest perspective on how you've seen and how you interpret people carrying on as normal. Is that a sufficient response? Is that enough for us all to carry on as normal, go to work, drink your cup of tea, do what people have said, get on your trains? Is that okay? And where does that leave us, Hassan, going forwards? As you say, let's move forwards with, say, 3,000 that are on the terror watch list. Are we just waiting then, whilst we're carrying on as normal, drinking our cup of tea, are we waiting then for the next car to plough us down, whomever is at the wheel?
Yes, I'm always conscious of the fact, even before the terrorist incident took place, I was always conscious. Whenever I go on the tube, I will scan everyone, and if I board a plane, whatever. I do pass Parliament now and again, I'm always on the lookout. So that's my way forward. You asked the question, what we're doing now as normal, is that enough?
Yeah.
I don't think it's enough. It's at least what they should be doing. They should not be scared to come out. That's the minimum I would expect. But we should be doing more. And the first thing I said was we must challenge the terrorists.
Yes, you did say that.
Head on. Because it's all well and good, and the imams in the mosque, yes, they do condemn it, terrorism. But those fanatics, those young people, they would not be listening to those imams. They'll be listening to those recruiters through the internet, secretly. The parents won't be even aware. That's what we need to do, is to get through to them. And how do we do that? We challenge the terrorists directly, so at least we can reach out to those followers. That's the first thing. And secondly, as I said, feel free to go into a mosque, ask questions. Don't be afraid.
And my question then, Hassan, it builds on that, is, so when we said we are not cowed, we stand united, Theresa May came out of number 10 after that meeting, and she said we'll carry on. And that's exactly it, Hassan. I needed something better than that. I needed something more than we will carry on. What I wanted was the same kind of thing as the Dutch had in 1953 with their watersnoodrop, where they said there was a massive floods, and they came out after those massive floods and they said, never again. And that's what I wanted, Hassan.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, ceteris paribus is not enough. We do need to move forward, and I hope the two things I suggested I hope you agree with that. That might be a way forward.
Of course, and I really respect your call. I respect everything you've been doing. In fact, working within your school, your daughter's at another school, at a Catholic school, and you're a member of the school, a governing body at a Muslim school. Fantastic to hear you speak on LBC, to give you the opportunity to help reassure people, but also for us, I think you and I would say we were agreed on the point of looking for more positive action. perhaps to reassure some of us who feels that we are squashed as a society, to say, where is this never again? Or is it until next time? Hassan, thank you so much for your call. 03